Okay, here we are, back to multiple choice. So we are building a small pool, represents gallons, pools, all that excitement. So they're looking for the average rate of change for the number of gallons from 4 to 6. So the 4 to 6 will be the denominator. We're going to do the change in the gallons over the change in the hours. So you're going to say 220 minus 160, and then 6 minus 4. So putting that in the calculator, 220 minus 160, and then divide that, you're going to get the 30. Now all the units here are gallons per hour, so that worked out nicely. But you would notice that we would do what was in the numerator, gallons, divided by the hours. All right. Woo, a lot of stuff going on in this paragraph. Take a minute to process through this paragraph, okay? Really, there's a lot of words, okay? And just really look at what the different brackets are. I come down to the numbers. I have 35% of children whose parents use a negative parenting style, okay? I have 16% of children who have a negative peer group. And then I have 8% that have both. And they want to know, so then the last sentence, what percentage of children experience a negative parenting style or a negative peer group association? So really that is thing 1, thing 2. So, or means I'm happy with the other one, so I would add them together. 35 plus the 16. But remember, the 8 have both. They're not just in one, they're in both percentages. So you need to subtract off the 8. And so when I do that, 35 plus the 16 minus the 8, that gets me the 43%. So when they're telling you that kids are involved in both groupings, you want to make sure that you take out that double group. All right, number 10, simplest radical form here. So first thing that I see is there's a negative inside the radical. The fact that there is a negative inside the radical means that there is an I in my answer. So the ones without I's are out. They're trying to trick you and have two negatives, but there's a difference between inside and outside of the radical. Next thing I want to do is go, come on, there you go. Menu 2, 3. I'm going to factor the 48. Yeah, 48. Okay, so that gives me 2 to the 4th times 3. So now I have negative 4. And then inside I have 2 to the 4th times 3. Now I also have a negative 1, but we already talked about how that makes an I on the outside. So now, separate these. If I do the square root of 2 to the 4th, I end up with 4. Nice, lovely number of 4. That goes outside. If I do the square root of 3, disgusting decimal, keep that inside. So then I'm going to have negative 16i, radical 3, and choice 4. All right, let's just keep rocking here. Okay. Find the rate of growth to the nearest 10,000s for the amount of money accumulated in a if $6,000 is invested at an 8% compounded quarterly. Quarterly, 4 quarters in the school year. And so I start to set up my formula. 6,000, 1 plus. My percent is 0.08 over 4. I will be checking in 4 times. And then this is how many times I'm checking in again. So this breaks it up, but then I'm checking in more often than I would if it's just annual. So the 6,000 really becomes obsolete. It does not matter when we're looking at for the rate that it is growth. So I'm going to say, here we go, 1 plus fraction 0.08 over something 4. I'm going to raise that to the 4th, and I'm going to get that. And you notice that is a choice because the test is evil, okay? But now looking at it, the amount, the rate of change is just the change part. The 1 is so that I'm not losing money. So 11 is choice 1. The 1 is when I need it for when I multiply through that I keep the 6,000 that I started with. Okay, number 12. A large city has a current population of 500,000, which is decreasing at a rate of 4.5 each year. Which logarithmic is equal to the number of years it will take for the portion to decrease to half of its current population? Now, the word that I glossed over because I want to focus on it now, decreasing continuously. When they say decreasing continuously, increasing continuously, that changes the type of function we're working with, and that changes to a natural log, because the original function would have been this y equals PERT. Okay? Your principal times the e to the rate times time. So that means the inverse of that would be the natural log. So you're down to choices 1 and 2. And then because they say it's decreasing at a rate of, that is why we have the minus. So for number 12, we are going to have choice 2. Okay, we're a little over 6 minutes. Let's do a couple more. Here's a good friend, good old parabolas. So they would like the focus and the directrix of this lovely thing right here. The first thing you need to remember about this is that my vertex is at, because this is a plus, a negative 2, 6. So I find negative 2, 6, and I'm going to plot it right there. Looking at this, x is squared, so it is an up and down parabola. X is positive, so it's an up parabola. All right, so that means that my focus will be inside it up here. So as I look through, I'm thinking about what's going on. The other thing that I have to know is, where is the directrix? How far away is it falling? So I need to see that my 8 right here, and remember that deals with 4p. So that makes my p 2. So a length of 2 down, p equaling 2, would give me the line y equals 4, and going up 2 would give me the point of negative 2, 8. So my focus is negative 2, 8. Will be inside the parabola, and the directrix is outside, the same length away. All right, we've got more in here. This one, they give me an exponential, and hopefully we remember that if it's plus 4 outside of the function, that is going to be a vertical shift. If we don't, that's okay. So here we are right here. All right, and we can see, you can't see, oh, here it is. Okay, we can see that the vertex is at 0, 3. So now if I added 4 to that, that's going to give me, 4 plus 3 is going to be up to 7, correct? So 14 is choice 3. If you're not sure of that, go in here, rewrite it, 3 times 5 to the x, make sure you get out of the exponent, then add 4, and you can see there, let's change the window just a smidge here. Come here. And there it is, hitting at 0, 7. Okay. All right. Sine function, they helped us out, they're all sines. A midline of 3, period of 8 pi, amplitude of 2. So you must first remember amplitude is A, so it's what's in front, so this 3 is out. And then we've taken care of that. Midline of 3 means plus 3. Well, all 3 of those did that, so we're really close. A period of 8 pi. The 8 is not the same thing as 8 pi, first of all. And second, these are the frequencies. So you're going to draw that little triangle and do 2 pi divided by 8 pi. 2 pi over 8 pi. The pi's cancel, and that reduces to 1/4. All right, have a great